following the game plan better to see what we need to adjust to. And coaches and players, we both, we need to be on the same page as far as, what we're doing coming out of timeouts and understanding what we're looking for. But like it's tough, with a good player like Luka, you got to give him 3 looks, you got to mix it up, and you all got to be on the same page when you do it. And that's the biggest thing, just being on the same page in our communication.
Thanks. Next to Mason.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Coach. You said after game 2 that you didn't feel any pressure. You've been in situations like this before. Is that the message you wanted to convey to the team as well, to not feel pressure, or do you feel like some pressure is good in these sorts of dire situations to kind of get them motivated and get them going?
Yeah, I think the right word is urgency. I think urgency is the right word. Pressure and panic, I don't believe in that. I think you just got to take it one game at a time. Like, they won the first 2 games on our floor. And we just got to take it one game at a time. So we got to have more urgency, and then we got to understand what we're trying to do on the floor defensively, and everybody be on the same page. So that's the biggest thing for me. But like I said, we are urgent. We are ready to go. We cleaned up some things that we need to clean up, and we'll do the same thing today and tomorrow as well to get ready for the game tomorrow night.
Thanks. Next, we'll go to Justin Russo.
Hey, Coach. This might seem like an odd way to ask this, so forgive me, but Mike Tyson once famously said, everybody has a plan until they get hit in the mouth. You guys have been hit in the mouth in the first 2 games. How has that altered your plan at all, and what's the best way to basically return that punch?
Swing. You can't hit back if you don't swing, and that's what I believe in. We got to be able to bring physicality to the game. Like I said, they've definitely been the more physical team, and I don't know why that is, because we talked about that. So in order to throw a punch, you got to swing, and like the great Greg Foster said, you can't make a shot if you don't shoot it. So, we got to be more physical. We got to swing. We got to come out punching. We got to come out with urgency. We can't keep getting behind the 8 ball in the first quarter. We got to be better defensively to start the first quarter and start games. So we're well aware of that, and now we got to go out and execute it.
Appreciate it.
Next, we'll go to Miriam.
Hey, Ty. Wondered what's been your analysis of sort of Rondo's contribution? And obviously you have such a veteran-laden team, but sort of where does his voice weigh and all that, considering all his playoff experience? And what do you expect from him the rest of the series?
He's been great as far as having a voice. And like I said, we just talked about him being more aggressive. They're going to try to leave him and double team off of him. He has to take a shot. He's shooting 41% from 3, and if not, attack and create for someone else. So, he's ready to go. Never worry about Rondo. That's why they call him playoff Rondo. But just the biggest thing for me is just everybody getting on the same page defensively and understanding what we're trying to do. So, us as coaches or the players, we just got to simplify and make it easier so we can understand what we're trying to do. But we have to do it.
Thank you. Next to Ohm.
Hey, Ty, I just want to ask you, Serge is back. Was that something that popped up in the last game?
A little bit, and then this morning he had a lot of tightness and soreness and had back spasms. So he's hurting pretty bad. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, and so game time decision, I guess.
Yes, sir.
And wanted to ask you, do you feel like this game 3 you're going to find out what your team is made of? I mean, you guys have your backs against them, not totally against the wall, but almost. Do you kind of feel like this is where you're going to find out what your team is made of?
Most definitely. I think, when you're down 2-0, you come into another team's arena, it shows what you're made of. Our toughness and, like all year, just trust, sticking together. And then this is going to show us tomorrow, who we are and what we're made of. So I'm excited to see.
Thanks, Ty.
Thank you. Next to Andrew.
Hey, Ty, hope you're well. The last month for Terrence, not been personally easy, as you know, losing some people close to him while gearing up for a playoff run. What have you seen from the way he's kind of tried to stay locked in and handle everything at a pretty difficult time? And what does you guys as a team try to do to make sure that he's supported however he can?
Just always support. That's the biggest thing from the team, from the coaching staff, from the organization. And, that's what we want to do, make sure we support anybody who's going through that. Terrence he's different to be a young player, even from his rookie year to, his second year. He's more of like a veteran, always coming in, doing his work, keeping his mouth closed. He just, he does what you tell him. And He's very mature for his age and very mature as a player. Like you see the other night in his first playoff game, to come in and perform the way he did was just great to see. And that's just who he is as a player. And that's for all the hard work he's been putting in over the last 2 years.
Thank you.
Next up, Law.
Hey, Ty, how are you feeling?
I feel good. How are you feeling, Law?
Yeah, I'm great, man. I'm outside, so that's cool. Listen, man, you've had the starting lineups for these 2 games get outscored by, I think, 18 points when the Dallas starting lineup is on the floor with them. So when it comes to starting the game better, what can you do to help that group? Or are you considering changing that group at all?
You're very smart, Law, and we'll see tomorrow.
Thanks. We have time for one more. We'll go to Farbad.
Hey, Coach. The Mavs are 29-0 when they lead after the first quarter, which is kind of insane to believe, and they're 15-30 when they don't. How much is that taken into account when you guys are facing of getting that early punch in the mouth so that they don't lead in the first quarter for whatever reason that seems to get them the win?
I think our defensive mindset that we've been talking about all year, I think coming out with a focus, understanding what we're doing, what we're trying to take away, and having a defense and a physicality to do that. And our guys, like I said, we talked about it, we've seen it. Now we got to go out and execute it. And I was being funny about what you said because of the starting lineup, but something needs to be done. So you'll see tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks, Ty.
Yep.